So KingHeathen did a video called The Problem with the Religion. I responded to it, and I guess I figured I couldn't show my face on YouTube again unless I did a response to his follow-up as well. So I guess let's see how this goes. Okay, so speaking directly to KingHeathen now, you use the analogy of nuclear bombs, and you say that if God does not exist, then the only thing that comes out of religion is bad things. I disagree, but I'm not going to get into that now. That, religion would just be a nuclear bomb, and it's causing problems, and we need to get rid of it. Now, I think you're a little... You don't realize that religion is just one nuclear bomb. There's plenty of nuclear bombs. There's a bunch of missiles lined up in a row, waiting to be used by some lunatic who wants to use them. And so, you're singling out this one missile, but there's a lot of them. And they can all be used for bad things. Okay. So we are assuming that God does not exist, and there you go. Okay? You have a problem with that right there. Now, you start to move on to other subjects. But you have to then, before you move on, you have to take the assumption that God does exist and apply it to the same situation. Create a new analogy. Now religion is a car. It has a use. But if you get behind the wheel of a car, a very useful machine, and you get behind it drunk or on drugs, or, I don't know, there's a lot of things that you can misuse a car and kill someone with it. But that isn't the car's fault. That isn't the manufacturer of the car's fault. The fault lies squarely on the shoulders of the person who got behind the wheel intoxicated or high. And if all it takes is for something bad to come out of a misuse of something, then oh my gosh, we gotta get rid of a lot of things. See, airplanes, I already mentioned cars, painkillers, vaccines. I don't know, vaccines, that kind of popped into my head, that doesn't make much sense, but anyway, there's a lot of things. We gotta get rid of alcohol, which you apparently like a lot. You like alcohol, right? Cool. We gotta get rid of alcohol because people get drunk and shoot people when they drink alcohol. Too much of it, and they're irresponsible with alcohol. Personally, I'm not incredibly opposed to alcohol. But, hey, if all it takes is for something to be misused in order for it to be, like, the source of all that is evil in the world, then oh my gosh, no more alcohol for you. Man, that's kind of sad. Okay, so far in the video you've said this one thing a lot, which is that you can justify anything by just saying God said so. Well, there's your problem. You can't justify it because God didn't say so. And I think we can pretty much shut the book on that one. I mean, God didn't say so. Therefore, what you are doing is wrong. Yeah, I guess. Man, that didn't take very long to deal with. Okay, so you brought up this verse in 2 Corinthians, and you said that it is saying that we are not supposed to be around unbelievers. I have to disagree. It sounds to me more like it is saying that we are not supposed to engage in interpretation of it, and I really don't think that that's what it's saying. And certainly the life of Jesus and the life of Paul would dispel any thought that we're not supposed to be around unbelievers. They were around unbelievers all the time. So this interpretation of this verse really doesn't make any sense. Just a quick note, the Mormon and Jehovah's Witness faiths are very different belief systems from Christianity. You may, it really depends on your definition of Christian. So, you could say they're Christian, you could say they're not Christian. Personally, I wouldn't call them Christian. But this is kind of off topic, so let's continue. You said that religion creates intolerance. Now, I think this is coming from a skewed understanding of what tolerance and intolerance are. So, I'm going to link you to one of Veritas 48's videos. I know you're probably very emotionally scarred from that horrible incident of him misusing your trust, but just check it out, okay? If it's not too painful for you.